Welcome in to the MISL Weekend Review. My name's Nicholas Murray, very pleased to be joined by Chris Economides. And Chris, lots of stuff to get to, starting off with the Pennsylvania Roar's first victory in franchise history. Now, Peter Pappas, named Player of the Week for his 32 saves, but I was really impressed with the performance of Pete Rowley, who had the opening 2 goals of the game, and really, I thought, set the tone for the Roar as they took victory against the St. Louis Ambush.
Break up the Roar. Huge 16-0 win against St. Louis. A really good crowd there also, over 4,000, close to 5,000 people. Pete Rowley, a couple goals. The old veteran in net, Peter Pappas. You know what? Hopefully this is a sign of things to come, that they finally have turned a corner. They didn't make all the usual mistakes that they've been making from an expansion team standpoint. Huge win. Congrats to the head coach and to the entire organization.
Definitely some of the new players that they brought in recently, including Max Toulouse, who I thought had a very good game, making a quick impact as they joined the Roar. Now, elsewhere, at the other end of the standings, we had a really interesting weekend of action. We had the Milwaukee Wave and Missouri Comets splitting 2 games, and I'm pretty sure we didn't see the one-sided nature of both contests coming. Any explanation for that?
Well, again, anytime that those two teams meet, and now Kansas City has handed Milwaukee both of their losses this year. Obviously, those teams do not like each other. They went into Missouri first on Friday night, and the Comets spanked the Wave. The Wave then returned the favor the following night. I would have thought that both matches would have been a lot closer, as you just mentioned. But kudos to both teams. Missouri the first night for handling the way they did, and then Keith Tozer and the Wave making the adjustments the following night back in Milwaukee.
Certainly would be a fascinating playoff series if those two clashed again, as they did last season. Now, elsewhere, on the eastern side of this, the Syracuse Silver Knights continued to prove themselves against the league's best. We talked about them making a statement win against the Syracuse Silver Knights. Yeah, they might have lost to the Rochester Lancers on Friday night, but that goal by Bo Yelovich to grab them a 9-8 victory was a huge confidence boost, and I think a huge statement as they push towards the playoffs.
Well, let's look at Friday night first. Congratulations to Mark Sotilli, the Rochester Lancers. If anybody ever deserved to win, that team did, after what they've been through for the past couple of weeks with their travel woes, their injury woes. And Mark Sotilli, to his credit, his teammates stepped up and played a heck of a game. So congrats there. Great crowd, close to 8,000 at the Blue Cross Arena. And then you got to give the Syracuse Silver Knights a lot of credit. Head coach Tommy Tanner, who in my eyes this year so far is coach of the year for what he's done. Tremendous. They could have easily taken a step back, facing, Baltimore coming into town, a team that obviously, defending champions, has always given the Silver Knights a very tough time. But to their credit, they hung tough. A well-deserved 9-8 victory on the Lake Goal.
Well, it's going to be fascinating to see those two teams play again this Friday night at Baltimore Arena. We'll have a preview of that in Friday's Weekend Preview. And remember to join us on Thursday for the MISL Weekly Podcast as we look around all of the action in the past week. Until then, my name's Nicholas. Thanks to Chris. Bye for now.